But you got it.
All right. We have a motion to open the Board of Public Works March 4th, 2020 meeting.
Second.
All right. Anyone from the public like to speak to an item not currently on the agenda? All right. Item number 2, Mayor speak.
Hello. So I have actually meant to bring it to the board and somewhat more of an operational thing to Joe, but wanted to explain to the board. We've been approached by a company that is based in Easthampton, Solar Block, and their R&D facility is here, as well as their corporate offices and small manufacturing. They are just going into production. It's a cement block that the middle of it is a solar cell, and they build walls attached to existing walls or new building. They are they would like to do a demonstration project, which is yet to be determined and has yet to be approved by the municipal channels, but would like to take a look at the wastewater treatment plant area because it's got great sunlight. I did explain to them there's a lot going on there and we'd expect more projects, but just given what the forthcoming plans are, we didn't know if it would be going to take a look or is there too much activity and they're looking at other sites in the city, so it's not like this is do or die, but they asked and I meant to actually bring it to the last meeting and still kind of.
I guess my initial question, are they looking for space to do like a pilot thing of their own, or are they looking like if we need a building constructed, we would utilize their blocks as a pilot test?
I think that just with the demonstration project, and it would be something that would take some common area electricity burden off of the city and the plant, and they would be responsible. It would need to mechanically, it has to go through all the channels, and I made it very clear that depending on where they're looking and they're going to propose, that it would be the department head who says really yay, nay, that I wouldn't bring it any further without the actual department head saying yes, to make sure it's appropriate with the physical plant, and if it's worthwhile. And that said, I've said, this is interesting, we want to look at it, there's no further commitment. What if my concerns and I would not go forward, even if the department head said yes, there would be some kind of bond, as they would have to put it up, be responsible for maintenance and to take it down. We would not, it really has to be cost neutral on every level, and they understood it. And they're trying to get the word out of this project. They did a project over in a masonry plant, concrete plant in Chicopee, the wall, and I went and saw it, and it's pretty neat. And this wall is not that big and it produces a lot of power, so maybe I shouldn't even, I don't know what the point would be, but they would like to look at wastewater.
First glance, I don't have a problem with that. We do have space down there that we do not utilize. So that could work.
So how best, to make sure, I don't want them just going there, should they get a hold of Carl, or maybe call Michelle?
Yeah, let them come through Public Works office.
Okay.
And then,
To the office?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
we will coordinate that with Carl.
Excellent, all right.
He doesn't need to be ambushed.
Right.
I will have them call the office. Thank you.
All right. Item number 3, approval of February 20th minutes.
Second.
No issues, so the motion to approve, seconded, preemptively, sorry.
I'm just gonna have you sign them off.
Okay.
The lines on You should have, yeah, right on the top, yeah.
of a shut-off fee?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Michelle this thing, you had
Oh, great.
information from Greg on that.
Yeah, I had spoke to Greg, I guess this call had come through dispatch, that the call came in and it says, call reports main valve leaking per water residence, in the basement. So Greg said he was called as an emergency and, they were working on Cherry Street when it happened, so he had to stop. That was a big hole. Yeah, had to open it up, and they had to go to 16 Pine Brook Drive. When he got there, a man came out and said that the shut-off was near the house and pointed to the house where the shut-off was. He told Greg that the valve needed to be fixed. Greg informed him that they don't fix those valves, that they would have to call a plumber. And then he said the gentleman was not happy that they wouldn't fix it, but that they were charged a shut-off fee because they did shut the water off because the valve needed to be fixed. So they had been asked to shut it off at the time, so they did. And now that they're disputing the $50 fee for shut-off because they had to leave an emergency job and already walked to this house and address it.
In the regulations, it states that if the water department shuts the water off, $50 fee for turning it off, and another $50 fee for coming back and turning it on.
This is the gate valve at the curb.
This is a gate valve at the curb, so that the homeowner can do work inside their home on their valve in their home or their pipes and everything. So it's something that we do all the time, and something that happens all the time.
Right.
So, because it's in the regulation, it's not something that, as director, I could have abated. That's something that has to go to the board. But again, it would be my recommendation that because it's in the regulation, it's there. And if we start circumventing the regulations and abating something like this, then we're going to do it for one guy, do it for everybody.
So the $50 wasn't because it was an emergency call, it's just the act of shutting off the valve is the $50.
Can I speak, because my home you're talking about?
Okay, I didn't realize. Yep.
Okay.
So is there anybody like to speak on this item?
I do.
Yes.
I was at work, and on the 8th of December, I had a little bit of water seepage in my cellar from that spigot shut off. But it dried up. And then I wrote out down something, this is in December. And on the 12th, the water on the floor again. I called my plumber, left a message, he wasn't available. I was thinking, oh my God, if I don't have somebody come and look at it, I'm gonna have a big problem, okay? So then I called the water division, I have the phone number right here. Again, nobody was there, so I decided to call the woman in the water department here, and I hope it's on file, what I said. I said to her, I need someone to come out and take a look-see before I have a problem. And she said, okay, you have water? I said, I have a little bit of water, but I need to have it checked. I'm gone to work. My son calls me at work and says there are men out there going to be shutting off the water. I said, why? Because they said you have a flood in the cellar. I said, I don't have a flood in the cellar. I told the lady I got a little bit of water seeping from the spigot, and I need to have somebody go in and check it up. My house was built in '74. This is a spigot that runs before the meter. I don't need it to go like it did at the Carries when they had a sewer problem. And I wanted to have it double checked. But someone took it under their power to send somebody up, shut off my water. My plumber finally got back to me at work. I told him what happened. He goes, why? There's nothing I can do to shut the water off. I can't find what the problem is. Tell him to put it on. Meanwhile, I talked to my son and told him to tighten up something, which my son did. It's been 5 years since. I did not tell anybody to shut my water off. Trust me. It would have come from my plumber.
Okay. Thank you. So,
Oh, by the way, before I go any
The
further,
police water, so that is from the police department. So that is the call that.
but yeah, to her point, it doesn't say she requested the water to be shut off.
no. Plus, I still have a hole that's
No,
open.
I'm just.
Yeah, but from what I understand, when water department personnel arrived, there was a gentleman there that said, pointing to the water shut off, and said, here it is, here's what I need to shut off.
No, no. My son went out there and said, what are you doing? We're trying to find the water shut off because it's down there where you are. And that's all he said. It was up to them to come in the house and see, take a look-see to see if it needed to be shut off. They took it upon themselves to simply shut it off. And then I called and said, get it back on. My plumber said, he can't do a thing if the water's shut off anyways. And I still have that hole. No one filled that in.
Do you have any input, Austin, on the, what you heard?
Just still keep reviewing this kind of stuff. I don't know.
Just so you know, this is within the board's authority to,
Yeah, I understand. That it wasn't something where you could address, so. Is there going to be another one of these for the turn on? You said that was $50 for each incident, or have we? did you not-
no, the water was turned back on. That- Nothing,
I just wanted to-
yeah, nothing was done, so it's like, well,
Yeah, there's no turn on, because there's no shut off.
that's right.
Oh, I'm sorry, I think you said. You have no objections, I'm gonna make a motion to abate the fee.
I don't have any objection.
Second? Okay. Thank you for your time. Your fee is abated.
Thank you. How can I get my pool filled in? It is awful. I
Okay.
have this cone that's just sitting in
We'll
it.
take care of it, we'll call it guys back. We didn't fill it in because we didn't know if we were gonna have to come back and dig it back up again, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're happy with your leave?
I've learned that I'm gonna have to deal with this myself,
Okay.
but I do appreciate this.
But I guess the understanding is if in the future your plumber does need to replace your internal valve, they
Oh,
will
yeah,
have to
that's
shut.
another question. Okay, this is the spigot that goes before the water.
Yeah, yeah, I'm assuming a pipe comes out of your wall, there's a valve there, and then the water meter.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Do
So,
city only owns up to the gate valve at the curb, right? Or
right,
do
you
you
people own that
all-
valve.
The city owned up to the gate valve and the meter in the cellar, and that's it.
Yeah, they don't, you own that valve, you own,
How come I own it when I didn't put it in before the meter? Thank God I was so happy to see that I wasn't registering water, that if there was a meter.
We didn't put it in either.
yeah, no, that was built when your house was built. They laid a pipe from the curb through your foundation and left a socket for the water department to set the meter in. You own all the plumbing on your property,
Of course,
except the meter.
of course.
Just for future reference. So if they do need to replace that ball valve, you will have to have the water shut off so they can service that, so just so we're all clear.
Okay, so right now,
Right now, then somebody's gonna come out and fill your hole.
thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your time.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right. Let's turn to a thank you letter from a resident.
Yeah, in sharp contrast, this woman called us for thanking us for coming out and shutting the water off when her service broke. So,
Was this on Stone Path?
I believe it was. I
Right.
think it was.
When are we gonna fill the hole?
Yeah.
In my driveway. I got a big barrel in my driveway.
February.
As soon as it blacked out.
No, but it was right before Christmas.
Yep.
Just do it.
Yep.
Oh, right there. Yeah, first paragraph.
Yeah.
He knows.
My driveway faces the house. Number 6, letter from DCR for Lower Dam.
Yeah, what they're telling us here is that we need to prepare an emergency action plan for the lower mill pond, something that we are working on. We're working to get that done, to meet their timetable.
So no action,
No
just
action.
notification. Number 7, vote on streets use of chapter 90 FY21 funding.
Yeah, in front of you, you'll see a list of streets. They're divided into two pieces. The first one totaling 604,000, the second one totaling about 1.6 million. We get $481,000 plus another $40,000 from chapter 90 this year. We got a little bit more, so we have about 529,000. We might have a little bit left over from last year, 30,000 or so. So we're hoping that we get some good bids in and we can do from Main Street to Park Hill. But if we can't, then we start at the top and work down as far as we can get. And what I would need the board to, what I'm requesting the board to do tonight is to approve this list of Main Street, Center Street, South Street, Franklin, and Park Hill.
All right, motion to approve the list as per advertised by the DPW.
Second.
Good luck with the bids.
Good.
Second.
Actually, here.
The old switcher.
Switching dates.
All right. Number 8, job posting for mechanics helper.
Yes, we had a head mechanic, motor repair foreman resigned. The mechanics helper was promoted to the foreman position. That position is open. We'd like to fill it. The mayor wants to review it again after July 21, to make sure we're getting the biggest bang for our buck.
Review the position or?
I believe review all the work that's being done there.
To speak to
Yeah.
the issue, I'd like to wait until after the first of the year to review the position. That I've asked the treasurer to go through repairs that we've had to send cars out for. I have one concern that we need to prepare to put that out to bid, perhaps. Marquette Ford in particular is on the bid list for sales, but not for actual repairs. And that has been brought to our attention as a procurement audit, we can take a look at it. I will say to the director's point, and I have a quick meeting coming up with a member of the DPW who's concerned about safety and what the plan is for the job. And I lagged a little bit on getting those numbers, so it has been reprioritized.
Okay. All right, so item number 9, I added to the list, assuming we were having a full board tonight. Just procedurally, we should select, with my reappointment, you should have selected a board chair again. But I'm happy to continue that until we have a full board seated again. If you have any objections.
No, that sounds good to continue until full board.
Same with item number 10. In case anybody would like to challenge me to those positions. All right. Anybody have anything to say on those items? All right. Number 11, director's reports.
Yeah, I have two things. This piece of information it shows the rate increases that the water and sewer that was enacted in effective July of 18, July of 19, and July of 20. And as you can see, in 18, with the increase, we projected 262,000 increase. July of 19, we projected another 105,000. And if nothing is done with the rates effective July 1st, that 10 cents and 10 cents will raise an additional $105,000. So that's just for the board's information.
Right, these are already on the books
So
and approved.
that is already on the books.
Just, it says part of director's report, notice of violations of McDonald's.
Yeah, they don't seem to want to clean their grease traps as much as they should. And according to our sewer regulations, if they don't clean their grease traps, we end up with grease in our sewer lines, backups, and we have to spend money going out there and cleaning. So they have to show us that they have a rendering service. They have to actually show us invoices that they're paying that rendering service to take their grease. The problem with McDonald's is that they seem to change managers quite often, and the new managers coming in don't understand, so they have to be re-educated. So this is just re-education.
Education letter.
Re-education.
And how many education letters are there?
Well, we'll check back in 30 days, but at this point, if they don't comply within 30 days, it's turned over to the Board of Health, and the Board of Health has their regulations to go.
Is being monitored. All right.
It is being monitored. It is being monitored. No, we touched base on this. The Chapter 90, we received a letter that we're going to get 481,000, and then there's that additional little 48,000. So
10% release.
So we'll get another total of about 529. That's what we'll end up getting. And the last thing is this. This has nothing to do with the rates, but it kind of does have something to do with the rates, because I was hoping that we could wrap this up before I did that. I didn't want to confuse things and have somebody say, well, the director's retiring, why don't we wait till we get a new person with fresh eyes and take a look at it? Because we started this 5 years ago, and we were at 98% there. I figured that let's see it to the end, and then I'll go on my way. But as it is now, I will be going on my way as of April 6th.
We'll have a brief time with you, but I can probably come to the city.
My
I
time,
will be requesting a lot of information over the next month.
my time here is a little more than brief. It's 35 years.
You know, I'm saying my time.
Yeah, I understand that. So that's all I have for tonight.
Congratulations. You're jealous because I'm retired.
Red. And then, next meeting, date?
Should be March 18th.
March 18th, the third Wednesday, our standard meeting. And then we'll have the continuation of the public hearing on March 25th at 6 p.m. in City Council chambers.
Motion to discuss the rates on the agenda on March 18th.
From my understanding, we can only deliberate on the rates in the public hearing. We've continued them, we've continued that session, so we postpone deliberation on that topic until the next session of that meeting. I also wanted to discuss them in this meeting and the next one, but I checked with the city clerk.
Thank you for checking.
And she said that's the point of the public hearing and the continuation, so. Didn't work as I had planned either. I hoped to give us a month to deliberate and to seek alternatives, but we'll have to do that in the public hearing forum, so. You know, as we've discussed, you're free to talk to mayor, city council, as an individual. We just can't as a forum until the public hearing. We'll meet on the 25th with our thoughts on that topic.
Will you be, and I can't recall now when we had the last public meeting, can you make reach out to the city council specifically?
I will.
To make sure that all of the councils are, or just send it to me and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, and I was actually, I think we can talk about scheduling and stuff in the meeting, right? If it's not on the agenda, or should that be done? Okay. I will speak to you as the chair offline about later.
Okay.
But yes, I will reach out and let everyone know that the date is, and if there's a more formal role they can play, then we'll see to that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so motion to adjourn the meeting?
Second.